Oaxaca, you just announced. Tell us what it is you're going to do as a member of Commissioner's Court.
First, as a member of Commissioner's Court, I plan to represent the community and work entirely hand in hand with this community, with all of the community, and not only in the rural communities, but there's a lot of issues that affect also folks in the city. And I consider this position a vein to the heart, which is the whole county. So if this vein works and pumps to its potential with the other veins that connect us together, that's something that I plan to do. I don't plan to be a commissioner that works in silos. On the contrary, there's issues that affect Precinct 3 that can most definitely impact another precinct right next door. So as commissioners, I think we need to begin by working towards each other, giving reports towards each other, and start definitely embracing one another in the issues that affect the whole county in order to be able to prosper. Equity of services is very important for this precinct in order to be able to compete again to its full potential of being the fastest growing precinct in the county.
With the decision by the Supreme Court last night to stay the maps that they did in redistricting, there's a possibility that the election might be moved. How do you think that impacts your race?
Well, it definitely does, because it's about education all the time, especially with the voters. If the voters are confused where they're going to vote or who or what date they're going to vote, it's going to affect to a certain degree. And so we need to be ready as that, not only as candidates but as a community, to prepare ourselves. When to vote, where to vote, and that comes with this election as itself. Precincts are going to be renumbered. Folks might be a little confused. It's going to take a lot of effort, not only from all the candidates, because we're definitely all running with the intent of doing better for our community.
What do you think is the major issues affecting this particular precinct?
There's many major issues. A lot of them have to do not only with job creation, but with job retention as well. There's also economic development. We have resources, we have tools that need to come together for that economic development plan, for economic development plans that will work in our community. Others are equity of services. We're 95% of having water, but now we have to struggle for sewer, which is more expensive. We have lighting issues. We have infrastructure needs that need to be met and have to be kept. Healthcare is another issue as well in our community. And definitely coming all together with that is connecting ourselves as well with the education systems and processes that exist right now in our county as well that can help this precinct.
What do you feel you bring to the table in terms of as a candidate that the other three candidates that are already in the race don't? What distinguishes you?
I roll up my sleeves with the community. I actually have the personality that has me working connected with them. That I'm not just a delegator, but I'm actually the person with them doing the planning, the petitioning, the how to do it, devising what plan is going to be more effective to bring those solutions to the table. And I think that experience in itself is very valid and very important for this area of the county.
Now, your candidacy represents a really interesting twist. You're running to replace your current boss, and you'll be running against one of your former bosses. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm running for the county. I'm not running against any given person.
Right, but you're not running alone.
But I'm not running alone.
Right.
And I respect Mr. Quintanilla. I respect his decision for running for this position as well. I plan to stick to the issues. I plan to respect the voter and the constituent in this area by ensuring to them that this campaign is about them. It's not about any given person or personal attacks towards any given situation or individual that is running for this race.
So let's talk about and move on to the controversy. The controversy and the criticism that's going to come out is Dora already works for the county. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of time and effort to run a campaign full-time and to do your current job. Your boss is leaving and he's going to campaign for his job. So that's going to be two people out of a 3-person office that are going to have a campaign going on at the same time. Is that appropriate role? Is that appropriate to be happening right now?
Well, the campaign is not for a whole year. The campaign is only for really 2-3 months. It will not affect the constituency. I will be able to work at the office to keep on going. I multitask very well. I'm a parent and I'm a head of household, so that is experience that we have. I don't see any kind of negative impact that will cause on our constituency. On the contrary, it keeps us on our toes as far as ensuring better services, and to me, it puts a lot of it puts me to the challenge of being able to do what I do all the time, and on top of that, on my spare time and on vacation time or a certain amount of leave time that I may have to do it. And I'm not the first to do that either.
Sure.
There's other county government employees that have done so. But the beauty of it is that we have that right and we have that opportunity. We already work with the public service. We are there. We're county employees for a reason. Most folks that choose these types of jobs is because they want to give back to our community. So that in itself, I don't see a conflict in my case.
So you intend to stay on?
I intend to stay on, but I intend to take time off appropriately, accordingly, and definitely to where it is not going to affect the community's needs.
What would be the distinguishing factor between your administration as County Commissioner for Precinct 3, if you were elected, versus your boss right now?
Oh, most definitely. Willie was very effective in the team approach at his office. I want to take that a step further. And the team approach I want to do is now that commissioners do not work in silos and the community doesn't work alone apart. We have to become together. We have to have us as leaders, as a team player, be able to work with those civic leaders in our communities to come forward, then report to the other commissioners and the county judge as how to do it. It has to be a team approach because, like I said, what this administration, what my administration is going to bring for the county is a definitely a more communicative administration as to what are we doing that may affect positively you and how to better resource all of what we have in order to avoid raising taxes, in order to maximize services, in order to maximize talents that we have also in our communities, in our community leaders to work with elected officials.
And that's an interesting point you raised, because all of the when I asked you about what issues you felt were the most important to the issue to the district, you mentioned a lot of infrastructure issues. Those are also expensive problems to fix. How do you balance that? We
have to really think out of the box. One of the things that we're not maximizing, I think, is a lot of the green concepts. We have to find out how to maintain roads with perhaps with any type of material that is recyclable, how to start doing more lighting, maybe with solar lighting. I mean, all of those things I think have to come to road and bridge, and we need to explore different avenues that are going to be cost effective in order to better provide in this region, because it is such a large precinct. You know, definitely not, we never have enough money to do everything. But we have to have better ways of applying that money that are cost effective and are going to provide those needs, such as lighting, infrastructure, and so forth, to this community.
And my final question, if you had the opportunity to talk to an undecided voter in your precinct, what would you tell them?
First of all, I would show them my track record, what I've done. It's not me as to who I am and how good I am. It's a third-party voice. It's always the people that speak for who the person is, who they want to. I would have to really sit down and not only show them, but talk to them about what I've done, but definitely it's the people. It's the endorsements. The endorsements is not so much from a politician or a selective organization, but it's the community who talks for my work.
All right.